tuning in to the Illuminations Podcast. We love having you here. It is our mission to be a beacon of light on your journey towards conscious and mindful living. In our weekly episode, we bring you inspiring change makers in the field of spirituality, healing, personal growth, and wellness who share their insight and expertise so you can navigate your way to a happier, healthier, and more purposeful life. Welcome to another episode of the Illuminations World Podcast, your guide to conscious and mindful living. My name is Sonia and I am your host for today. And in today's episode, we explore the transformative power of energy. From the unseen forces that shape our emotions to the cosmic guidance that we receive. In today's conversation, we promise to leave you with actionable tools and deep insight. So please join us in welcoming the extraordinary Tatiana Dumbrava, a holistic energy healer and spiritual coach known for her groundbreaking essence alignment therapy. Tatiana has dedicated her life to helping people release negative energy, heal ancestral patterns, and realign with their true selves. Through her unique blend of energy healing, tarot, astrology, Tatiana empowers clients to embrace their clarity, peace, and balance. Get ready to learn how to shield yourself from negativity, reconnect with universal energy, and start living in alignment with your highest potential. So Tatiana, thank you so much for being on the Illuminations Podcast today.
Pleasure is all mine being here. I'm grateful.
Okay, Tatiana, when we understand this concept of energy, there are many people who believe, of course, in energy, in negative energy, and perhaps even the evil eye. But for somebody who finds all of this a superstition, what would you say, or how would you be able to convince them about what energy really is and how it affects us, right?
Yeah, I do really understand that many people are very skeptical related to negative energies and evil eye, but trust me, this is not a superstition. Mm-hmm. It is all how we surround us with vibrations, or let's say, many times I ask them, skeptical people especially, that it ever happened to you that you walked into a room by feeling really anxious or frustrated without anyone speaking to? Mm-hmm. Or let's say that you are surrounded by certain people and suddenly you feel drained like a sponge. Mm-hmm. That is all exactly related, some vibrations or energy that creates our emotions basically into a negative energy, the way we feel fear, envy, anxiety. So all those emotions are exactly created by negative energy that surround us or within us.
But you know how they say, like, for example, if there is an infection, right, or if there's a disease, not everybody gets that disease. And that's also because it depends on our aura. So everything in this universe is vibration, energy, and frequency vibrating at a certain level. So for example, I guess what you're trying to say is that you have low vibrations or low frequency and higher frequencies, right?
Yes,
so,
correct.
And the more our aura is basically weakened, we're able to take in those energies and be affected by them, So, and that's exactly the same reason why if there's an infection, not everybody gets the infection. It depends who's actually more prone to it based on their energy, based on how weak they are in terms of their immunity, but also their aura. So I guess what you're trying to say is pretty much in the same way. I think people are also kind of,
Right, correct. Because when we say that disease in terms of health, but aura, as soon as people start to have doubts, fear, anger, resentment, or being in a victim mode, or starting to reach to a level of hate, there is already a blockages of our energies and create the low vibrations. So then here we are going all into a negative emotions that affects our emotional state of being, physically, mentally, emotionally, all goes to in a low vibrations, and we are not into that mode of shifting to the positive. So it's really unhealthy. And if we say in a skeptical people, they do start to believe as per the way they feel, they sense it. Even though they don't need a Panadol, let's say, to become better, if it doesn't help, that's mean really our aura that we are surrounded, this type of energies are becoming weaker. It's not in a balance anymore.
So then what do you think we could do as individuals to kind of strengthen our aura and protect ourselves? Because I know that a lot of people come to you for so many different types of issues.
Absolutely.
What are some of the ways that you kind of help them to kind of determine, how to basically strengthen their aura and protect themselves?
So this is, as a healer, he is a facilitator. And there is a lot of modalities and technique, or the way I born, gifted, let's say, just by feeling the energy, vibrations, either they are low or it's in a negative way. I can feel in many ways. I don't know how to can prove it right now. But again, there are many modalities or technique to balance those emotional state. Reiki, for example, chakra balancing, and many others which are really, really helpful to restore that balance of aura, and also to mental health. It's very important. Emotional state is very, physical well-being is very important. And with all these modalities, it's really aligning back, like you are getting back to the health, I would say. Feeling better, much better. And it's
so let's say, for example, like I, like my aura is strong, okay? And I come to you for a session, and I've cleansed my aura, I've strengthened my energy, my chakras, and I feel great. And right after I walk out of a session with you, all of a sudden I get a phone call from somebody who basically tells me, like something bad has happened, So what happens to my aura and energy at that point in time? Does everything that you have done in the session go to waste, or how would it actually work?
So, see, a healing session cannot be fixed in one time, for example. That's mean there are deeper, like the onion. You know how you're peeling the onion? That's mean there are much more deeper level of blockages, for example, or negative energy accumulated by years, over years, or even past life. It happens even like that. So one session can make you feel calm, release, or relief. Your aura is strong, your state of being, it's absolutely fantastic. And as you said, one phone call, we are getting back to the past trauma, childhood trauma, those that are triggering you, basically, to get back and, hey, that's mean you did not dig enough. Like we are putting makeup, we're looking cute, beautiful, but as soon as the mirror, it's a reflection, right? We forget to ask, how do I feel today? I look cute, but how do I feel? So that reconnection and reflection, by triggering with one phone call, one email, negative emotion are coming back, that's mean we are having a deeper layer to dig in with healing.
Right.
So that's why one session can make you feel absolutely better and fantastic. But if you feel that there are deeper emotional, or let's say that's mean definitely it's from accumulated some blockages that has to be done with multiple sessions.
So it's basically what you're trying to say is that your reaction to the situation would be different, or which would, like, for example, rather than responding with anger or fear, you'd respond in a more calm way, and that would automatically keep your energy balanced, like as opposed to responding with anger or fear. So what would happen over then is that your aura would automatically weaken again, and then the whole cycle repeats itself?
No, your aura will stay the same, because that is like within you and around you.
But does that help then change your reaction? Does, balancing your chakras and energy help you change your reaction to negative information?
It will help. Yes, absolutely, it will help. Not only to change your reaction, the way you communicate, that is also balance between the truth chakra, right? Mutual agreement, mutual communication, understanding. Absolutely, it will help. And especially if you do a multiple session, and then I can feel when it is done, for example. And the person, again, when he goes home, he or she goes home or back to that meeting with toxic people, toxic environment at work, and then he got triggered again that something is not enough. I'm not healed enough, for example. Then here we need another session to dig deeper, I would say.
I read somewhere where, I think it was Wayne Dyer who basically, he was quoting, I think, Lao Tzu, who says basically there's a time for confusion, there's a time for clarity, there's a time for pain, and there's a time for pleasure.
Yes,
and sometimes we just have to trust that life is a cycle, and we have to really truly understand the timing of my life, our lives.
Process.
And I believe in the timing of our lives so much more than I ever did before, because you realize, like at certain times in your life, no matter what you do or no matter how much efforts you put in, don't, like things don't like work out in the way you intended to. And there are other times in your life where you put, least amount of effort, but you get the maximum reward. So then this brings us to understanding the timing of our life. And I feel like astrology is probably one of those things which Absolutely. I know that you do a lot of. So when a client comes to you, how do you use astrology as a way to understand their time? Because they might be very upset about a certain situation, but maybe it's their time to be upset. If that
Absolutely.
makes any sense.
Yes. Astrology, it's like a nature seasons, how they change. So how is the seasons in our life with the nature? Same as astrology shows the cycle, like a roadmap of people's cycle life, timing of challenges or of growth or opportunities. So using astrology aligned with tarot as well, we are, as the planetary alignments or even the aspects, we can check the phase, the transition of your life, what you are going through, for how long even it shows. And it's not that to create, astrology is not to create fear, and it's not a proper prediction. It gives a guidance again. Awareness, exactly. Awareness of from this time to that time, there is a big opportunities too, career growth, financial stability. So this is the time when I have to send out the CVs, like to change my career or to change, depends on which house and what is the transits. So if I'm explaining to the every individuals that now it's a perfect time to change your career or look inward, right? Like understand, let's say if it's a 12th house, then it's perfect time to meditate and to reconnect. If it's a career, then move on gas pedal and try to approach each and every biggest let's say companies that you are having a perfect time to change your career. Or if it's a challenges, let's say if it's a hard aspect, then you are aware to accept what is happening, as you mentioned. It's a transit period in our life that you have to accept and let go. This is the most difficult part with most of us people, right? To accept and let go.
Exactly, especially like when there's a challenging or obstacle time in your life, maybe not take as many risks during that time, maybe consolidate and stay low a little bit. Let the time pass, and then basically it gives you the opportunity to once again rise with abundance, So I think I've seen this firsthand, and I've witnessed this firsthand in my life by truly understanding, like if I knew the times in my life. And I think a lot of people, even if they're told, they don't believe in it because they're just like, I create my destiny. And of course, I think in a large way, you do create your destiny. But I think you've created a destiny even before you've incarnated onto
Absolutely,
this world.
yes.
And a large amount of it is unconscious actions that you're taking on from previous lifetimes to learn a couple of lessons that you need to learn. And we look at obstacles as negative or positive, but they're just different lessons in the school of life.
Correct. Because many times, like karma or what we have to clean from the past lives, it shows with retrograde planets that you are born with already in your natal chart. So that's why when they are going to a difficult time, difficult phase in their lives, and me, by looking at the natal chart and trying to explain very deeply that yes, you do have to clean some karma to not pass it through your kids, children in future.
Absolutely.
Then it's more understandable for them, it's more acceptable, and let go. Then they can move on in life absolutely, like with a peace of mind that it's okay. Nothing stays forever, right? Nothing stays forever. So astrology really helps a lot. Like as I mentioned, yes, not to create fear or not to predict, but awareness. And if you do nothing, you get nothing. That is very important. If I tell you that this is the best period to find your loved one or soulmate, let's say, and if you stay home and if you don't go out from the home, no one will knock. That prince on white horse will not knock the door and say like, hello, here I am. Let's have.
Or you might meet them online.
Or online, but you have to do action. You have to appear there, right? You have to do something to get something.
And what about tarot reading? Like I know a lot of people are, skeptical about tarot as well because they look at tarot as a tool for future prediction. How do you use tarot as more of a guidance tool?
Tarot, my baby is connected with very deep intuition, I would say, with subconscious, actually, with my emotions. Because tarot, it's, let's say, astro, it's what happened right now. Tarot, it's how to, like immediate and present time, how to go through those challenges. it shows like, okay, you're looking at the card, there are the history of the tarot. In my case, intuitively, immediately I connect with the card and get answered how to go through this challenges period, for example, in tarot, or in astrology, or what is happening right now in my family, relocation, and so on. One question, it's enough to check the aspect of the astrology, and with the 2-3 cards immediately, what do you need to know? What do you need to be aware of? And how to go through this process. It's a guidance. It's a guidance tool connected to intuition and to subconscious. Sometimes I give the cards to the client. They are connecting with the cards. They connect to their intuition. They pull up the card. I read for them, and it's actually, oh wow, it is what it is. I accept it.
Yeah.
And actually, it is when it's connected to them, to their energy. The cards are kind of like, more or less, it's 90%. As from my side to their side,
right?
Which is amazing. It's like really get those answers, which are like question marks. A lot of question marks we have now in material world, so it helps.
And I've done a couple of sessions with you, and I've seen from my experience with you how you use your intuition and ability to sense other people's energies, and you're pretty accurate about it, and you can truly understand what's blocking them. And I assume that we all have these gifts within us. How can someone recognize and start to enhance their intuitive abilities to be able to help them in their life, their business, and their relationships?
Oh, I would believe that all of us, we are born gifted. Some of another, like we really have those gifts which are not awakening, they are not restored yet, especially intuition. All of us, you know how I call intuition as a muscle. The more you work with it, the stronger it becomes. And I always advise people, trust the first thought that comes in your mind. Not that after, oh, maybe it's wrong, oh, maybe it's right. No, the first thought that pop up, I should go there, then go. Then and those doubts,
And then like rational and logic kicks in, and then you're like, and then you sort of like convince yourself otherwise.
Yeah, so that is like wrong. The first thought in your mind, that is like deep connection to your intuition, which it is make you stronger to believe. And the more you practice it, like it's really reconnecting to your gifts or to your abilities, how you're born. And intuition, I would say, like you can feel it or you can sense it. For example, me and you, right now I can feel your energy. I can feel deep down there, even through your inner child. I'm born with it. Even if I place my hands on people's hand, and I don't know how, but somehow I am connected to another world by getting numbers, colors, visions, because I'm born with it. But even you and anybody else has that intuition that needs to work with, to practice with, and to get answers anytime they want. Meditate. Let's say, get grounded. Every single day to get grounded, to feel connected. Just visualize those roots from your feet. Connect to the Mother Earth, to the core of the earth. And as soon as you feel strong and stable and secure and balanced, then your mind and intuition and everything will be balanced. Your mental health will be balanced. Your emotional state will be balanced. So the first chakra, root chakra, grounding, meditation, cleansing, for example. You use Palo Santos, you use sage every day. So that is how we protect ourselves, even aura.
And what about like presence of mind? Like I feel like, we wake up in the morning, we have our task list, to-do list, we have 1,000 things running through and racing through our minds. That if we're actually empty, we become an empty vessel. We're automatically, open to receiving, and that includes guidance. So I think we need to keep emptying our vessel through different practices, like you said, breath work, meditation.
Correct. Yes.
To be able to become a vessel to receive that which is in alignment with what, the guidance
Very, very important. Even to visualize yourself, just close your eyes for a second before entering the meeting, before starting your day even. Close your eyes and just visualize in a bowl. Like you can do the grounding, connect all the way to the Mother Earth, get her blessings like a yellow ball, all the way back through your roots, coming out from your crown chakra, and just surround yourself with a yellow ball or even white color, whatever, even the violet flame you can cover. Visualize yourself in that ball like you are very much protected from the material world, from outworld, from toxic people, from all those, anything that happens in those meetings or even in a supermarket. Anyway can happen, anything, but you are protected. So you have the power to protect yourself daily. as soon as you open your eyes, especially with gratitude, second, visualizing you, third, or opposite, you are getting grounding, then visualize yourself. So many or even sage, Palo Santo, like you are doing all this as your own ritual daily.
Yeah, I guess staying in connection with the source.
Correct.
Possible.
It's very much important.
And how did you get into this? Like, what brought you into the spiritual wellness healing space?
Well, I should thank then my grandmother and then my grandmother, because it was always there since I was 4. I grew up with my grandmother, and then I used to see in and out, many people coming to her. She just used to place her hand and repeat what she repeat. The person is like a newborn going out, and I was a child. I could not understand, but I catch all what she said. Whatever she used to repeat till now, it's there, which helps me to. I become like a vacuum sometimes to just feel those energies, just take them out. As you say, like skeptical, evil eye, blockages, negative energies through my hand. I have the ability to vacuum them out and to leave the alignment as a DNA, basically. Right. It should be like a DNA. So this is since the childhood, but of course, I'm a normal human being working and as a HR and office manager and PA, I go through a lot in my life. But when my mother got into a deep depression because my father passed away very young, at 39 only. So that time, 2 words, put your hands on me. And from the blood pressure of 189, I got it out to 123. That was the first sign that yes, it is there. You have the ability, you are gifted. And my mom said, like, never lose it. Go out to the world and help on each and every living being that you can. So as I said, with practice and with the believe in yourself that you are worthy of helping others, you believe in your power. Here I am, and I have many stories. I can write the book. Illumination will be there, but that will be by the retirement, I would say.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So any last thoughts you'd like to share? What's your favorite quote, your favorite author? Anything you'd like to inspire the listeners with?
I would say never change for anything and anyone in your life. Be yourself. Don't allow the material world to disturb your inner peace. Try to reconnect to yourself as much as possible, because when we are disconnected from our highest good, from our inner child, from the divine, I would say, we are lost. We lost the focus, we are losing our vision, we lose our loved ones. Why? Because again, we are not grounded, we are not safe, we are unstable mentally, emotionally, physically. So try to reconnect to yourself as much as possible. Daily, I would not say weekly, but daily, while looking in the mirror, not that how you look, how you smell, how you are ready for the outdoor. Try to ask yourself, how do I feel today? And how I can make other feels today. Starting with, I had the motto, every morning I should make 7 people smile. How? Don't ask me, but I did it. Nice, yeah. And I still doing every single day. Yeah. Make 7 people smile.
Right. And like they also say, like if you're stressed at your job or if you're looking at your job as just work, rather trying to change the narrative and, maybe you say like, how can I be of service today? And what can I do? Whether it's maybe writing an email to somebody who needs some guidance, or whether it's, helping a colleague with, a report that they need to write. Like anywhere, I think at every point in time, it's not necessarily the person has to become a therapist. Well, it's great. If they want to, they can come to Illuminations.
Absolutely, yes.
But I also think that, we can be of service in every situation and not only wait for the perfect moment to be of service. And I think that automatically, kind of gives us a sort of way that we can contribute back in the world.
Give and receive, receive. That balance, it's absolutely nice. I love people and I love everything that is alive, like living being. So love, self-love, love people will just hit and beat anything and anyone. Trust me. It's but it is what it is. Yeah. Let's take it or leave it. No worries. Again, the more we worry, the more we block those energies to achieve what we want. Yeah. Like in Reiki, right? Yeah. The 5 principles. Right. Today I choose not to be worried, not to be angry, to do my work. with the really passion, for example, to accept and be open for all the many blessings from the universe. The universe has no limits. Just be open to it. What we do, we are closing ourselves with what? Material world, responsibilities, clean, cook, wash, and so on, serving others, but forgetting ourselves. So reconnect. Correct, yes. Reconnect.
Well, thank you so much. And for anyone who needed to hear those inspiring words, this was probably your sign. And thank you so much, Tatiana, for being here.
Thank you to Illumination, because it illuminates our life, our path life, I would say. And I'm so grateful to be here. And that opens many doors, I would say, in my life. Not one, but many. Any person that I met, I feel it's an open door for me. Amazing. Because it's a different connection, different people, different stories. That book will beat record Guinness, Illumination book.
Thank you so much. So thank you to all our listeners for tuning in to another episode of the Illumination Podcast. And if you like this episode, like it, share it, subscribe to our channel. And until next time, take care, have a lovely day, and live light.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to the Illuminations Podcast. We love having you here. It is our mission to be a beacon of light on your journey towards conscious and mindful living. In our weekly episode, we bring you inspiring change makers in the field of spirituality, healing, personal growth, and wellness who share their insight and expertise so you can navigate your way to a happier, healthier, and more purposeful life.